Hello everyone, my name is Faith Adler. Today I'll be presenting to you our student-created textbook called Learning How to Learn Languages. We began production in winter term of 2023 and we continued working on this project as a full team all the way through summer 2024. I was lucky enough to receive this fellowship as an opportunity to continue working on this project as a researcher and writer, and I am very excited to introduce you all to this textbook today. Let's begin by asking the question, what are open educational resources, or OER for short? Open educational resources are educational materials that are openly licensed, typically with Creative Commons licenses. This will usually mean that they are or will be following the 5 R's. They can be reused, retained, redistributed, revised, and remixed. In other words, not only are the materials designed to be used in their current state, but also used in the future to create new materials. In this way, we are able to foster a shared community of highly accessible knowledge based on pertinent research that lowers the barrier of entry to education and opens the doors to contributors from a wider variety of backgrounds and contexts than ever before. Now, we can ask ourselves the question, how does open pedagogy fit into the picture? Open pedagogy is part of the Open Educational Resource Initiative. It suggests that students are not simply passive receivers of information and knowledge, but rather that they are also active creators and sharers of that information and knowledge. Open pedagogy frequently utilizes open educational resources and works within the Creative Commons to produce not only visible products, such as Wikipedia pages, pamphlets, or, in our case, a highly accessible, living textbook. But open pedagogy also produces some not-so-visible results. In our case, we found a community of like-minded, passionate individuals who are ready to pour their hearts into a project and empower one another to do the same. We felt a sense of belonging and community as we contributed towards the growth in the field of second language acquisition and open pedagogy. We also were able to develop new ideas and hope for the future of pedagogy as a whole. Now, what is this resource for specifically? Why couldn't we use materials that were already available? Prior to this textbook, the LING 144 class here at the University of Oregon was doing exactly that. They were using a wide variety of textbooks and online resources. However, the purpose of this project was to bring a sort of harmony to all of the various concepts that were highlighted in this class and bring attention to each of the subjects in a way that was suitable for the course. By creating this textbook, we were also able to lower the cost of education, not only for students of the University of Oregon, but also for any other lifelong learners that might happen upon our textbook, which is open to the public for free online. What makes this resource special is the ability we had to emphasize interactivity, accessibility, personability, transparency, and relevance. We were able to do so by adding various moving and interactive elements throughout the text, videos, and illustrations that were created by members of our team to enhance the writing and explain difficult concepts. We were also able to speak about the process of writing open pedagogy as students and include that information in the front matter and back matter of the book. We talked about our experience writing the book, and we hope that this can empower students in the future to do the same. So, what work was done over the summer? We were able to complete research for the principle-based sections backed by relevant evidence based on language learning skills in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. In the sections featuring the evidence-based research, we share with students why we are encouraging them to study language in the way we are. This not only improves the credibility of our text, but also gives an opportunity to curious students about why studying language in certain ways sticks better than others. We were also able to edit previously written sections and make sure everything was cohesive. Part of this included perusing the later chapters and seeing when we made references back to earlier chapters, so we could include links back to those early chapters for quick and easy review of concepts. We were able to alter the materials for increased accessibility and ease of use overall. And beyond this, we are able to add and improve on our interactive elements called H5P. H5P is a tool that we have access to through our online platform, Pressbooks. H5P allows us to embed things like quizzes, interactive maps, puzzles, and the like directly into our textbook. This is just one way that we are able to create such an interactive resource. Finally, we were able to do some brainstorming about plans for the future of this living project, such as the potential of beginning a podcast, making alterations based on student input, classroom visits, and more. On the left is pictured just one of the many examples of H5P that we were able to use in the textbook. In this case, we used an accordion-style H5P in order to showcase one of my experiences with culture shock while I was studying abroad in Japan. Students are able to click on the different steps in culture shock from denial all the way to adaptation and explore my personal experience with them. This follows a description of these different stages in order to create a more personal connection with the students and share with them an example to contextualize what we are teaching them. On the right is pictured an example of an excerpt from the evidence-based principle backing sections. This specific example is pulled from the writing chapter, which I was able to complete over summer. In closing, I wanted to express my gratitude and give some acknowledgement and reflect on my journey a little bit. Truly, when I sat down for the first time in January, when we initially established this team to discuss ideas with them for the first time, I would never have been able to guess what the next months might entail, especially when I thought that it would only be 3 to 6 months. I had so many questions. How would we work together? Would there be enough time? Were my ideas worth sharing? Could we really write a textbook? Slowly but surely, the answers revealed themselves, and open pedagogy met not only myself, but my entire team where we were, and empowered us as student writers. I'm incredibly grateful to the Center for Undergraduate Research and Engagement for offering me this fellowship in order to continue my research and writing. At the beginning of this project, I had that small feeling like I might want to head in the direction of academia and teaching as far as research, education, continuation, and a future career, but after having the opportunity to stay on this project, I know for a fact that I am headed in the right direction. So again, I owe all of my thanks to the Center for Undergraduate Research and Engagement, and also a big thanks to not only our leadership over this whole process, Professor Keli, Yerian, and graduate student Halima, but also to the rest of my Open Pedagogy team, Logan Fisher, Cameron Keaton, Addie Orsi, and Alfie Power. I've included a link at the bottom of this slide, https://opentext.uoregon.edu/language edition 1 / I hope that everyone gets an opportunity to check out this link, because I can sit here and tell you about how interactive and personable this textbook is, but until you go and interact with the textbook for yourself, you may not necessarily feel how powerful those interactive elements are, and how powerful the illustrations are, and how powerful the videos are There was a lot of love, a lot of hard work, a lot of research, a lot of care poured into this project, and once again, it would not be what it is without the help of this entire team and without the generosity of the Center for Undergraduate Research and Engagement. I hope that everyone gets a chance to go check out this textbook, and I greatly appreciate your time.